I want to invite up to stage with me for our loaded questions, Christiaan. Yeah, would you mind? Thanks. Appreciate that. Now, you saw the special tribute at the beginning of Compass tonight. Our sound guru, our, really sound people get a bad rap because it seems like the only time that anybody even knows they're there is when my mic is off or when there's some feedback. And the reality is they work very hard and tirelessly to make sure that that tonight goes off without a hitch and other nights, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for the colorful feedback you get from me sometimes. So I guess because you're behind the booth all the time, I don't get to know a whole lot about you, and I don't think anybody here does either, so I'll take the opportunity to hear a little bit from Christiaan. What would you consider your hometown to be?
Would be actually here. I've been born and raised in Arizona. Family came from Holland, and so I've always considered this to be my home, even though I've got family in other states too. So.
Well, if you had to live anywhere else besides Phoenix, I don't know why you would want to, but if you had to, where would that be?
It'd be two different spots. Would be Seattle, because I do have family there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the clouds, the weather. Also Oregon. Oregon would be the next one, because I do also, besides having family there, it's just roundabout weather, just perfect. Nice and cool, green, and that's the kind of weather I love. Arizona's okay, don't get me wrong, it's hot during the summers, but as I said, the winters are just absolutely beautiful here.
I am going to have to instruct you because I know you're usually behind the sound booth.
Not a problem.
What I found out is that sound people like it when you hold the mic really close to your mouth and you don't move it around. That's what somebody told me. Okay. So,
appreciate it.
So what would you say is your favorite restaurant in Phoenix?
My favorite restaurant would be the Spaghetti Company. My family's been going there for years. It's a small little place off of Central and McDowell. And for family or dinners, birthday parties, anniversaries, we'd go there and always have a blast.
What's it called again?
The Spaghetti Company.
Okay, Spaghetti Company, could we get some sponsorship for the plug this evening? We'll send a few people your way. What would you say is your all-time favorite movie?
I've got two of them, actually. My number one would probably be Sleepless in Seattle. I've just, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks together, absolutely perfect couple. And even though that you're on one state and he's on another, or she's on another different state, it's just a matter of that anything can come true as far as between the two of you. So.
And what would you say is the oddest job that you've ever had?
Had two of them. One was working at the old fairgrounds, as far as when the Roadrunners actually were playing. I was a parking attendant. So definitely different times as far as parking cars, but also just directing them left and right. The other one was a headhunter. So I did that for a couple months and definitely got no direction on how to do it. But they said, okay, we're gonna hire you, let's go ahead and do it. And I had no clue what to do, so it was just kind of weird. So. And
what part of the Bible are you reading, and what would you say you're learning right now?
One, it'd actually be Jeremiah 29:11. For I know how I have plans for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not disaster, to give your future and a hope. That I've been taking that to heart, actually, because of everything that as God's given me, and just as far as the abundance of friends, family, and people here itself, I know He has a plan for me and what to do and help as many people as I possibly can, and whatever it is.
That's awesome. So what would you say was the catalyst to you accepting Christ?
The biggest one is I had a traumatic experience as far as when I was 9 months old. I was in an accident, And from that, was pronounced dead for a good 5-10 minutes. And the doctor put a blanket over my head and said, okay, I'm sorry, we've lost him. And when the doctor was about to roll me to the coroner's office, they saw the blanket was moving, and they uncovered it, and I was breathing. And the doctors and my parents and everyone was like, oh my God, he's a miracle child, because after 10 minutes, usually you're dead, brain dead. And they said, oh, you're gonna have complications in life, and I've overcome every single one of them that they said that was gonna be an obstacle to me. So that's why I'm very grateful for that. And since then, I've been helping as many people that I could possibly help out in whatever it is.
I think it's interesting that that verse that has become your life verse is so pertinent, that God knows the plans that he had for you, and the things that the enemy set out to destroy in your life are the very things that you've been able to take hold of and steward. And Christian, I just appreciate that you are here very tirelessly, that you're behind the scenes. There's not a lot of glory that happens for the sound people.
It happens, but that's what I love about it. Just helping, even if it's behind the scenes.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming from out behind the scenes and introducing yourself to us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Christian.